Welcome to BocoPreps TV. I'm Josh Lindenstein. With us in the studio today, we've got Coach Mike Apodaca from Silver Creek. The Raptors 12-1 going into Saturday's state championship game, Class 3A, down at Legacy Stadium in Aurora, facing Windsor, a team you guys played once already this season. Coach was talking with your son a little earlier today just about some of the successes he's had this year, and we've talked about it before as well. But what's it been like as his coach and his father to be able to see the things that he's accomplishing and the records he's chasing and things like that?
You know, it's been interesting because it's, I guess as a former football player, and people may not understand it, it really just feels like we're playing the game right now. You know, I think later on we'll probably look back and reminisce more about some of the numbers and sort of, you know, those kind of accomplishments. But for the most part, you know, it's just been enjoyable to watch him develop with his teammates, and that's what's been really special.
You guys beat Windsor pretty solidly the first time around, 41-21. How much have you had to temper that victory with the team this week to keep guys from not necessarily overlooking them, but getting too overconfident knowing that they handled them well once before?
I think our kids have a ton of respect for Windsor, and so really there hasn't had to be much of that. I think the kids understand that this is a state title game, and you know, you look back to week one, and we were about a minute away from not moving on, and so I think they understand that the playoffs are a whole different season, and literally, as we've talked before, the last time we played them was 10 weeks ago. So you know, we haven't really had to worry too much about them overlooking anybody. They're so focused right now on what they're trying to accomplish. It's been pretty easy to just stay on the course.
Since you guys played Windsor, they've been rolling just about everybody they've played. They've got a huge lines. Mm-hmm. What their option offense? What makes them a tough opponent to face?
Without a doubt, you know, physically they're as biggest team as we faced. There's a lot of similarities. I think we've got the size to match up with them. I think the other thing that's an interesting thing is we both happen to platoon. And most of the teams we've both played throughout the year don't do that, so I don't think you really get an advantage on that side of things. But you know, they're well coached. This group of kids has ironically been playing in whether it be football or baseball or basketball, this same kind of group of kids, you know, the last 4 years, and so they're real familiar with each other, so there's their own little rivalries going on. So you know, I think everybody's just excited because it's two quality teams matched up in the final game.
Contrasting styles a little bit offensively, but as in terms of experience and makeup, pretty similar.
Absolutely, and you know, the styles are probably what makes this matchup fun is to see two different types of football being played at this level, and they can both be successful.
What as a coaching staff this week? What, you know, 12-1 season. You guys have had a great run already. You've got a chance to top it off with a title. What's been the _1 message from you and your coaching staff this week to the players?
Embrace it. You know, that this doesn't happen. You know, we've talked. We've got a pretty coaching staff with a lot of years in football, not just coaching but playing. And you know, we counted up that, you know, there's been 3-4 state titles out of 400 years of playing and coaching, or whatever the case may be. And I think it brought it to their perspective of realizing that this is not just something that, even though we talked about wanting it and hoping and expecting and those sorts of things, it just doesn't happen that way. So to really embrace it and enjoy it, and when the game time comes, go do what you've been doing, and in 48 minutes we'll know.
Well, Coach, thanks for being with us today. Thank you guys all for joining us, and hopefully you can get down and catch the game, and check back to BocoPreps.com on Saturday for complete coverage.